Okay, so this is the MetaQuest 3. And can I say, VR games lately have been pushing the limit of the MetaQuest 3 and what VR can do, in my opinion. I'm going to actually go through a bunch of the games. Most of them I go through. You'll be able to use code tech at checkout for 20% off if you're watching this before the end of 2025. If it's 2026 or onwards when you're watching this, code tech will get you 10% off, maybe 20 depending on what's going on, but for the holiday season it's 20%. Anyway, back to the games, okay? I will be providing, of course, some gameplay footage from my time of playing them on my other channel, Vamp Plays. Feel free to check that out. Link in the description below. But let's start with Deadpool VR, okay? Deadpool VR was one of the bigger, most anticipated games of this year. And it's a MetaQuest 3 exclusive, so it's perfect that it's on the list, I suppose. And it was really fun, honestly. But with that said, it's probably one of the first games in a long time that truly tricked my mind into believing that I would really dare in VR. So I did actually end up having to every so often take a break and whatnot and remind my mind that I'm not really falling. I'm not really, I don't actually need help. Everything is okay type thing. So, yeah, definitely keep that in mind. But with that said, I feel like that only brings goodness to it, right? Because MetaQuest 3 exclusive games aren't new because Batman Arkham Shadow actually was a MetaQuest exclusive title that came out last year as of recording this. And it honestly, it honestly is not a bad title at all. It's very good, it's very immersive, but at the same time, I never for a moment was like, oh, I'm in this in real life. This isn't just like a game type thing. You know, as immersive as it was, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't quite feel like I was in the game like I did with the other one, which doesn't bode bad for it. They're both two different kinds of games, and it makes sense that the one that came out this year would be a little more immersive as it was than the one that came out last year. That games are getting better. Let's see. Most recently, and the game that prompted me to make this whole video is going to be How to God. Yes, How to God. It's a VR game where you get to play as God. Yes, you get to play as a God, and you'll have this whole thing where you need worship points from villagers. You'll help them with tasks, and you even have this creature that you made that you get to decide to where to go to help you explore certain areas and whatnot. And you can also combine elements together into new element. So it kind of had that whole alchemy element type game mechanic to it too, which is pretty cool. It is pretty cool overall. I enjoyed playing it quite a bit, obviously, because it's one of the things that prompted me to record this. And I will be perfectly honest, it is $30 as of recording this, that's USD. And the Deadpool VR is $50, along with of course, the Batman Arkham Shadow. And so, yeah, the games are getting better quality. They are getting more expensive as they get better quality. Because I'd say that because of the fact that I do remember that older VR titles were like maybe $5, maybe $10 here and there. So that's one of the type of things that you do have to look out for, I suppose. I played Vex Mage not too long ago, and it is a fun game as well. You basically have up to 3 elements you can choose from. You're the mage, and you'll have to destroy these enemies and whatnot. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it has an exact plot per se, because not all VR games have a cohesive plot, but not all VR games actually need a cohesive plot, in my opinion. And then, of course, I'm going to have to bring it up because I feel like I always bring it up at some point or another, and that's Scent Rider. Okay, Scent Rider is an amazing game. Okay, I use it for mostly VR exercise, if you will. So that's what I use it for. And it's a very fun game, very enjoyable game in the VR. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. One of the rhythm games, in case you were curious what it is. And then the other game I enjoy, it's called Final Fury. Coincidentally, it's made by the same people who make Synth Riders. And it's a fighting game, kind of like the old Street Fighter type games, but in VR. So imagine like a Street Fighter-esque type fighting game in VR. I would use Mortal Kombat as an example, but Mortal Kombat is like a lot gorier these days than Street Fighter ever was. So yeah, it's more like Street Fighter at its core. Okay. And can I just say, the VR games, I know some of the games I mentioned are a little bit older, and the rhythm game isn't exactly pushing the limits of VR capabilities, but that was just an example to show you some of what VR can do, okay? And VR pushing the limit, I don't even know how they push the limit sometimes. It's almost like magic in some ways, oddly enough. It's truly crazy. But I feel like I'm rambling on quite a bit. If you want most of the game, as I mentioned, if you'd like to purchase them and get 20% to 10% off, depending on when you're watching this, feel free to use code TECH at checkout. If you want to buy a VR headset or any accessories for the VR headset, links will be in the description below. if you think there are any VR games that I should possibly check out in the future, and you think I'd actually potentially like it or something, definitely let me know. Comment section below. And feel free to check out Vamp Plays because of the fact that the VR games might be up there in the future because that's my gaming channel. So usually I'd put the VR games on the gaming channel. So yeah, feel free to check out all that. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.